Not expect for all of you guys to agree with me in my recent video about how hard it is to date.
You sure about that? You sure about that?
I was actually hoping for some advice, but apparently all of us are on the same boat, and there's just no men out here to date.
Stop it. Get some help.
And that just like leads me to the question of why. I know I'm picky as hell. Like every one of my friends say how picky I am and how it's just like it's gonna get me nowhere, and I get it, but I also know what I bring to the table, so I'm just like,
what do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean?
You gotta be picky because I don't want to settle, and it's been this long, why would I settle? But what is it about these men out here that's causing all of us in the comment section to realize that we're all single?
What? What the fuck?
Doesn't that seem a little strange to everybody that there was so many people that were commenting that they were just single too, and they have been for many years, and it shouldn't be this hard, right? Like, where are the good men?
No! God, please, no! 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 No!
Also, the people in the comment section, men, that are giving us advice on why we're single because, and then it like leads into something really rude and just like judgmental.
Wait for it. Here it comes.
You're the people we don't want to date.
What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to another video here on the channel. We're going to go ahead and just jump right into it today. So if you could like the video, subscribe, and hey, how's it going? My name's Rat Boy.
See, most men that are 50 and 60 really want 30-year-olds. No, that's just a crock of shit, really, because a 30-year-old sounds like a 4-year-old child or wants children, right? So most men who are 50 or 60, they don't want to start over and have a second family and the responsibility of children. And how about the gap? Like a 30-year-old probably doesn't even know who the Rolling Stones are. Okay, so I think this is for sure a limiting belief you have that's just keeping you stuck. It's simply not true. Men want to date women, truth be told, in my research, that are literally within 5 years of their age, because it's compatibility at this stage of the game. We want to have like similar interests. We want to have similar stories. We want to be able to communicate about stuff from our childhood and our history. So I got to tell you, that's a limiting belief that you need to smash. I love you. Reach out to me. I'll help you get over it.
Women.
This is a lot of misinformation, I believe. I think that she says she did a study, and this is an online dating coach. You can kind of see all of her. She's typing a bunch of stuff down here in the corner. And we've actually seen videos from her in the past. I think she had another video where she was saying something similar, but where is she getting her information from? I think she's asking other women. I think that's what's going on here. I don't think she's asking men, and if she is asking men, I don't know what type of men that she's asking, but yeah, men that are in their 50s are going to be looking at women that are in their late 30s, early 40s, from what I've been seeing. Like, I don't know where she's getting her information from, but I think a lot of older men are just kind of they're looking around and they're done. Okay, they're not trying to get into a relationship. They're not trying to get remarried, you know, because a lot of these guys have been married, they've been divorced, some of them multiple times, which I think that'd be very bad for me. But some of these guys have been divorced several times. They're not looking for another 50-year-old wife. Okay, they're looking for someone that's younger, that can, you know, hang out for a little bit. That's really all they're looking for. You know, there's no sense in trying to find a woman that is you know, not going to fulfill any of his needs. That's basically what these men are looking for. So and hey, more power to them. I would always you know, forget about it. You're 50, man. Just chill out, hang out. A lot of these men have realized that there's always going to be women, you know, to spend time with, and it's super easy for these dudes. They just get on Tinder and that's it. Okay, so it's really easy for these dudes to find women in the age range they want to find them. The problem with these 50-year-old women, I'll be honest with you, they're not able to date these older men because they're really just not that attractive. I mean, just look at the screen. It's just they're battling a lot of different things. There's, you know, they've hit the wall multiple times, and It's rough. It's rough out there. However, I do have a few other videos. Let's go ahead and let's hop on the next one.
Do you tell someone how many times a day you take care of yourself? Take care of yourself on the first meeting? Is that general conversation for the first time you meet someone? Am I just way out of touch? Are some of us just way out of touch? Let me explain. My friend meets this guy. She meets this guy via one of the media sites, social media, and he invites her for coffee. She says, yeah, I'll meet you for coffee. She meets him for coffee. First time meeting. In the conversation, he's explaining to her about his exes and how they all cheated on him. And then he goes into saying that he's not somebody that does one-night stands or just any pick-me kind of guy. He's not that guy. Instead, he takes care of himself twice a day. Is that general conversation for a first meeting? My friend felt like it was maybe a third date or so meeting conversation, but she went with it. She just didn't react. She had no reaction at all, but that was the discussion, and then that's what came of the discussion. So she didn't react. She just let him keep talking. Ladies, would you have reacted? Would you have said anything at all? Is that general conversation? I wouldn't have known how to react either. So her and I said, are we just way out of touch? Or is this something else? Talk to us.
Oh, no, hang on. I just realised. I don't want to talk to you anymore.
This is exactly what you get when you start interacting with these top tier dudes that you're meeting on Instagram. These are the types of dudes that these are. I mean, everything you need to know is right there. I'm not sure how many times you need to learn this lesson, but if you're meeting random men online, the odds of him being some sort of guy that does something like this is, it's very likely. You got to think, the more attractive these men are, and you got to understand, this man is attractive, okay? Her friend, quote, her friend, which, honestly, when women say their friend, we know who they really mean. Let's just go ahead and just, what we really doing this? So you have this friend that is probably just as attractive as she is, which she's attractive. So she's on social media. She's going to get DM'd by a bunch of dudes. I'm not saying her friend, her friend, let's just say her friend is just as attractive as she is. And these women are not going to reply to a normal average dude. Okay, they're just not. Those are the dudes that stay in their DMs. They get left on read or unread or blocked, whatever the situation might be. They're not interacting with these average men. Okay, and then this is what you get. This is exactly what you get. Am I condoning this behavior? Absolutely not. This is just, it's ridiculous. It's humiliating. It's embarrassing. I'm not sure of any other adjectives to throw in there. But yeah, absolutely. This is not something you need to do. But then again, these men are, like I said, they're attractive. They have, you were probably just one of the many women that he was going to tell that to that day. It's like, okay, well, she's not into it. I got to make it 2:00. I got to go tell this other chick that I, do stuff to myself a couple times a day. Later, and he's on to the next one. Same lady here she's really pumping these videos out, boy. Let me tell you. Let's go ahead and let's watch. Let's see what she has to say with this one. She's not the one dating. Wait. So the last video was her friend dating, and then now in this one, she is dating. She's finally come clean with all of it. So let's see what she has to say.
Dating in our 50s. Aren't we all kind of recycled? Seriously, none of us are perfect. We all have baggage. I doubt that there is one of us out there that's single, that has been married before, that does not have baggage in your 50s if you're single. So you have to expect that. So expect it. And when you get it, just make sure it's like an even baggage with yours. I think when you outweigh one way or another, or your views on, rights and lefts and ups and downs and north and south, all the views, when you have those consistent opposite views and your baggage doesn't, can't be put together in a comfortable manner, doesn't fit, there's going to be a problem. And the thing is, once we're in our 50s, we're over 50, do we really have time? How much time? We don't know.
This is the worst.
There is going to be a problem. There's a very big problem with dating in your 50s. And she's right about the baggage. There's a lot of baggage involved with these women. And you got to think 50 years of everything these women have been through. It is astounding. And then they have the audacity to get online and to preach to us about baggage. Ma'am, that's not how this works. Okay, that's not how any of this works.
That's not how it works. That's not how any of this works.
You have been living life on very easy mode. You've been able to do whatever you want. And now that the wall has made its appearance, you now realize that, oh, it's not as easy. And you know the answer. The answer is baggage. It's not easy because of the baggage. No. It's not easy because you spent the first part of your life, and I'm not saying her in particular, a common thing that happens when women are starting to post online like this. There is a conditioning that's happened. She has been conditioned to always get that validation, to always get those compliments. That's why she's posting videos like this. She has a low-cut top. The makeup's perfect. The filter is working overtime. I don't even want to look through these comments. There's 259 comments. I'm scared to look through them. I might look through them after the video, after I record. I might look through them, but I'm just saying it's going to be crazy in there. But anyways, they get online and they get the validation, boy. Let me tell you, they get all the validation, and you guys know what I'm talking about. But to them, it's the validation, the compliments, all of that is never going to be enough. Okay, one man will never be able to satisfy all of the wants and needs she's going to need right now, and all those standards and all that stuff is going to increase as she gets older. Okay, and then we've talked about the certain eras women hit at a certain age. She's in her 50s. Once she hits her 60s, she's going to have to start over, and then 7, and it compounds. Okay, and this is just a new this is reality for a lot of modern women right now, and it's a pattern because I've seen it. Just search and you'll see it. It's happening online. And if it's happening online, here's my theory, is that if you see a lot of it online, that's only a small portion of what's really happening in real life, because not everybody's recording what's going on and posting it online. It's only certain women that are doing this. So my theory is that some women are posting this online, but a very large majority are doing it and not even talking about it. They're just doing this stuff. Anyways, let's finish this video.
And the thing is, once we're in our 50s, we're over 50, do we really have time? How much time? We don't know. We made it to the 50s, thankfully. But how much time do we really have left? It's not like we're in our 30s and we can recreate entire families. We're in our 50s. We could have days, we could have years, we could have decades. We don't know, but we're halfway there. Come on, y'all. More than halfway. We have to accept that. So do you really want to waste your time with someone that is not going to fit? Don't fall into something out of comfort. Make sure you find a fit. And if it's not a fit for dating purposes, but this is a kind person, you're kind people, then make it a friendship. But do that from point A. Because come on, y'all, if you're real, from point A. Don't just get comfortable. Look for what you're looking for and don't waste your time dating. I'm not saying don't try to be friends, because friendship is very important. The more friends we have in our later ages, I think that there's better connections making friends in our later ages. So make those friendships, make those connections. But when it comes to dating and looking for a love connection, unless it's just a hookup, y'all, don't waste your time when it doesn't fit. That's just my advice from what I can see. Because again, I'm not even dating yet. I'm giving dating advice, y'all, and I haven't dated yet. I'm just saying, but from what I see as an outside party from friends and videos and research, I'm literally researching this before I start to date. So yeah, that's my consensus on it so far in that little tiny crumb of the entire subject.
Why are you the way that you are?
Honestly, every time I try to do something fun or exciting, you make it not that way. I hate so much about the things that you choose to be.
What are you researching? Who are you researching? Who are you well, what are you researching? Are you researching the e-thoughts that hop on TikTok and tell you how to, is that, because that's kind of, does it not sound like that to you? She rambled that entire, there was nothing said in that entire rest of that clip. This is something else.
This is something else.
What will compel another human to sit in front of a camera and say all of this? Absolutely makes no sense. I am only going to say that this is going to be your regular old common everyday bait post. She's throwing the hook out there, throwing the line out there. She's trying to see if she can catch a sturgeon. I'm going to read through these comments later. I might throw a few of them up on the screen, but in my opinion, and I'm just going to go ahead and wrap up this video, one of my final thoughts is that I think that if you're in your 50s and you're looking to date, I would suggest not doing that online. Okay, that is my first opinion for women. Okay, men already know that if they're online looking for a woman, they're not looking for anything serious. I would hope so anyways. But for a lot of women, they actually think dating apps are for dating. They think that Tinder, they'll find their soulmate and this and that. I would recommend not doing that. I'd recommend getting a hobby. You know, getting some sort of hobby where, you know, singles events, you know, there's singles events in my area. There's like singles golf and there's singles bowling and stuff. And I suggest you go to places like this to try to meet someone. Now, they might not be super attractive. Okay. These are going to be average dudes doing average things. They're going to have average salaries. They're going to have average nights off. They're going to drive an average truck, and they're just going to give you their average time. Okay, it's not going to be, you know, flashy like it is on social media, but as we've seen, these guys on social media are the guys that take you out for the very first date and then tell you, you know, how many times they shake hands with Ben Franklin, and that's kind of what you get. That's kind of where we're at right now. And these are guys in their 50s. That's what she's saying. Okay, you think that this is some, you know, some 19, 20-year-old college kid? No, these are grown men in their 50s. This is what they're doing. And they're doing it because they can, and they get away with it. And they have another one lined up at 2:30 meeting. Okay. And these are the types of women that show up. These women show up. They always show up. They're going to be of all ages, you know. You've seen the statistics. Men in their 50s date women from their 30s to their 50s. Okay, that's the age range. Women in their 30s date men from their 30s and their 50s, you know, so it makes sense. Women in their 50s are trying to date men in their 50s. Guess what? The men in their 50s are getting more time with women in their 30s. That's the statistics. You can listen to what's her name right here if you want. If you want to listen to this lady, you can, I guess. I'm not sure why you'd want to. You know, there's a lot of people I'd listen to, but this lady wouldn't be one of them. Okay, I don't know where she's getting her statistics from, but they're factually wrong. Okay. And every single video this lady has put online and she starts quoting statistics, she never shows anything on the screen. But that's just you know, she's on her cell phone, so who knows. But anyway, that is going to be the end of today's video. Leave me a comment, like the video, subscribe, hit that subscribe button. Help me get to 2K subscribers by the end of the year. Got a few weeks, so maybe it can happen, maybe not. Anyway, I'll catch you guys later. Rat Boy out.